Hey you guys, Dwayne here. Today we're going to talk about some tools that would be useful in a survival situation. Let's get right into it. I'm going to show you 5 things that I am putting in my bug out bag right now. First off, you need a good quality multi-tool. If you don't have a Leatherman multi-tool or another good quality multi-tool, I don't even know what you're doing. Okay. Just buy it. They're not cheap, but they last for years and years. If they don't see any hard use, they will last a lifetime. I like the Leatherman Wave. I've had this a long time. I used it a lot when I was a maintenance man at an apartment building. And I usually take it when I go on bike rides because you just never know when you're gonna need a tool. Okay. This doesn't replace a toolbox. I mean, in normal civilized life, but if you have it with you when you need it, you're gonna be glad. Really good needle nose pliers, wire cutters. It's got screwdrivers, it's got a can opener and a bottle opener, it's got knife blade, it's got a file, a wood file on one side, metal file on the other, diamond file. It's got a saw blade. Is that a saw blade? Serrated knife blade. And here's the saw blade. Wood saw. Okay, not as easy to use as the full size dedicated tool for each purpose, but man, so many times I was glad I had this with me. Okay, so get yourself a Leatherman. Just buy it already. Second tool I'm going to add to my bug out bag. And if you plan on staying in the city, you should get one of these too. This is called a Silcock key. It's got square, different size square sockets. And this is for water valves on the outside of industrial buildings. And also schools, all sorts of buildings have the Silcock water valve that doesn't have a knob on it because they don't want people just turning the water on. So you need a tool like this. I've used this a few times on bike rides to fill up my water bottle, and it it really works. It's less than $10 on Amazon or eBay. It's about $11 at Home Depot. Yeah. If you're staying in the city, get yourself one of these. Okay. Another thing, if you're staying in the city, get yourself a pry bar. Okay. Basically, this is to gain entry into a building or a shed or whatever. In a life or death situation, you shouldn't be doing that while we still have law. Okay, but when that goes out the window, you do what you got to do to survive. So get yourself a good pry bar. The bigger the pry bar, the easier it's going to be to use because you have more leverage, but it's going to be heavy. Okay, the bigger the pry bar, the more it weighs, because it's steel. Okay, so I went with this one. This is 9 inches long. Okay, it seems to be a good size. It is heavy, but it's not too heavy. It weighs 8 ounces, half a pound. Okay, this could also be used for digging. Obviously, it's got a nail puller. Yeah, this could be very, very useful. Okay, you already know we're taking knives with us. Okay, I covered that in a previous video. But do you have a good sharpener? Okay, this is a good sharpener. It's diamond. It's got coarse and fine. And unlike a regular stone, I actually prefer sharpening on a stone over diamonds, but they break, okay? You drop it once, you have 2 or 3 little stones, and that's no bueno, okay? So, some kind of sharpening system for your knives. And use it at home, get used to it. Yeah, that's it. Last item. I'm putting this under the category of tools because when using tools, especially if you're cutting something, prying something, or handling old lumber that's splintery, or if you've ever had to grab something out of a fire, yeah, leather gloves will be worth their weight in gold, and they don't weigh anything, so good, well-made pair of leather gloves. I actually found these. But they're good leather gloves, they fit me. Some notes. This is what I'm choosing because I plan on staying in the city. If you plan on going out into the woods, your tools are going to look different. You're probably going to want to add a folding wood saw, hatchet, maybe a shovel. Okay. If you plan on bugging out on a bicycle, you need bicycle-specific tools. Okay, and definitely spare inner tubes and a patch kit. Okay. If you plan on bugging out on a motorcycle. And I'm saying these things because I'm envisioning the freeways being clogged, people abandoning their vehicles, and you just can't get some places in a car. So walking, bicycle, motorcycle seem like a practical choice. If you're bugging out on your motorcycle, you probably want a small trailer or at least some big saddlebags and a backpack. I suggest, besides the tools you need to keep your motorcycle running, a small gas can, maybe a 1-gallon gas can, and a piece of hose, a long piece of hose, maybe 10 feet of tubing or hose for siphoning gas out of stalled vehicles to keep your motorcycle running. Okay, you gotta think of all the possible scenarios, and I do this a lot. So, where you're likely to be in a survival situation, where you're likely to find yourself, that's the framework for the tools that you should add to your bag. Okay, just keep in mind tools are heavy, so choose carefully. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace.